Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Tory Taylor, to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Dart starting with a pass here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Inside the 30. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down.
Shut up. Cowboy 80. Go track. Go track. Shut up.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's stopped on the run back at the 27. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. And there's a catch for Luther Burden. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They got 21 yards on the play. And that'll be first down Chicago. One play in and they are already close to midfield. First down throw by Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down, Bears.
First down, Williams. Brought in right side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the red zone on first. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish off their opening drive. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Your start now. The left side is caught by Pitts. Big man's showing up the yards. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead on the first play of the drive. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, Williams. Got a man. It's Colston Loveland. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
New set of downs from 37. First down, Williams to throw. Catch made underneath by the back. Again, he hits the second level. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He's moving quickly, trying to get set. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the 1st.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Now here's Williams. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They're going to try to throw for it. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. From the gun, here's Dart. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss. And now gets this one away. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
At their own 35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Quay Walker.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
To throw. Here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. A toss now to Robinson. Spins out of one stop. They only picked up about 3 yards there before they got to him with 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Robinson. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Darts out of the shotgun. That one complete to Pitts. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Dart now against the blitz. Back to Pitts it goes. Oh, this big guy is moving! And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-point lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. York now for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. On now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now the call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Williams to throw on first. Finds a seam down the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be first down, Chicago. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Williams pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's going to get this up to right around that 13-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin it back. It's a terrible field position. They run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
Short pass brought in. Pushing it up past the 30. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And they make the tackle at the 38. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
19, Tiger, 19.
First and 10, around to Robinson. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick. Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Quick pass into the hands of Pitts. And he's out of bounds right around the 10. That's enough to make this first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. New York knocks it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Thornton on the return. And He's brought down just inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Offense in a hurry up here.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10.
First down throw by Williams. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Here's Williams again. Odunze's got it right side. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Williams from the gun. Brought in. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working from the gun, Williams. Catch is made in close. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Bears cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now we're on with Robinson. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
3rd down give to Robinson. for a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. To throw, Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
At the 50-yard line.
Williams to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He's still going at the 30. Running in the red zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Ryland now for the extra point.
Chad Ryland for the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game.
Bears 21.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. 19. Go.
He finds Diggs right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. First and 10 now from the 46.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Going right side, Robinson with it. Bounced it outside, but still no luck as he's brought down at the line. Second down coming up.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
70 left, trap 60, trap 60.
Darts out of the shotgun. Dumps it off to Robinson. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
First and 10 from the 43.
Set up. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Running here with Bijan. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Viking 18.
Throw left side is come by Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Darts. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Third down now. Here's Darts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ready up.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal.
Go. Nice.
Darts looking to throw. Has it in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making a 9-point advantage. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Working quickly here. First down, Williams to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. And dose of the hurry up here.
That's another Bears push.
Williams to throw on first. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on fourth down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson, and he has enough room to gain about 4. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
Midfield to the 49-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons approaching win number 7 on the year. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Another carry for Robinson. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3.
At their own 3-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's sent out after getting them away from their own goal line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offense as well.
The left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or 2 shy of it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
Gain of 16 yards. 1st down Bears.
Williams from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
And the Bears first down.
Here's Williams again. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To the air yet again, Williams finds a seam down the middle, and they're going to bring him down at the 36. That'll go for an 18-yard gain, and it'll be first down Bears. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
First down, Chicago.
Again, it's Williams. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win.